The Burston Bears Get Their Kicks by Stan and Jan Burstein. The Burston Bears Get Their Kicks by Stan and Jan Burstein. All soccer moms know that it's a new game, but when a big old Papa Bear can learn from his cub. The Burston Bears Get Their Kicks by Stan and Jan Bernstein. And look, it's a football, also known as soccer ball. Papa Bear's family, friends and neighbors all knew what a traditional sort of fellow. That means he liked to do all the things he'd always done in a pretty much the same way he's always done them. He liked to use traditional tools in his work as a wood spear, though he did use more modern tools when he absolutely used to, like a chainsaw. He was a shirt and overalls kind of guy when it came to clothes. He was a meat and potatoes kind of guy when it came to food. And when it came to sports, Papa was devoted to the games he'd grown up with. Football in the fall, basketball in the winter, and in the summer, baseball, of course. Papa loved baseball. The smack of the ball in the catcher's mitt, the pull on the shoulder after that first hard swing, the loud thwack of the ball on the bat when you hit a high fly over the fielder's head. Thwack! So when the Cubs' brother and sister fell head over heels in love with soccer, Papa Bear got a little upset, especially when it turned out that Mama, who had played soccer as a cub, had signed up as coach for the neighborhood league. So it was that on a bright sunny summer day, Papa bounded out of the treehouse with a bat, a ball, and 3 gloves, a catcher's mitt for himself and 2 fielder's gloves for brother and sister. "Get ready for some baseball," he shouted. We'll shags and flies and work on the curve and maybe field some grounders," he said. "Or maybe some other time, Papa, but we're going to be busy today," said Brother. "Busy doing what?" asked Papa. "Playing soccer," said Brother. "Soccer?" said Papa. "You mean that game where they play with the funny black and white ball?" Papa could hardly believe his ears. "Do you mean you'd rather play soccer than football?" he asked. "Maybe we can play baseball later this afternoon." "But soccer tryouts are today, and we had to get over to the soccer fields for some early practice," said Brother. "That's right. I am going to try out for the Cupies," said Sister. "That's the younger team. I'm going to try out for the Buddies," said Brother. "The Cupies, the Buddies? What kind of team names are they? What's wrong with good old-fashioned baseball team names like Tigers and Sluggers and Giants? Besides, I don't see why you have to practice. All you have to do is run around and kick that silly black and white ball once in a while," said Papa. "There's a lot more to soccer than that," said Mama. She'd just come out of the house and it said "Soccer Mom" on her shirt. "Like what?" asked Papa. "Like all sorts of stuff, like dribbling and passing and trapping and headers," said Brother. "And all different kinds of kicks," added Sister. "Humph!" humphed Papa. "I've never played soccer in my life, but I bet you can kick that silly ball farther and straighter than all 3 of you put together. Here, give me that ball," he said. Papa put the ball on the ground, stepped back a long way, and said, "See those 2 birch trees way over there?" The two birch trees were quite far away. Then Papa charged forward at full speed, but he misjudged his kick, missed the ball completely, and landed on the ground with a mighty oof. Mama and the Cubs ran to Papa. "Oof!" Are you all right, dear? Said Mama as she and the cubs helped Papa up. Of course I'm all right. Just let me try that again, said Papa. Sorry, my dear. But we must be on our way. Come along, cubs, said Mama. Papa watched as Mama, and the cubs headed for the soccer field, dribbling and passing as they went. Farther and straighter they all three of them put together, said Papa, as he stared at a large stone that lay in the ground. I'll show him, he snarled, and he kicked the stone with all of his might. But it wasn't a stone at all. It was the top of a big buried rock. Yow! Cried Papa as he hopped around holding his foot. Yow! As Papa sat on a low stump rubbing his foot, he heard sounds coming from the soccer field, which lay just over the hill. Maybe there's more to soccer than I thought. I think I'll go have a look, he said. He limped off in the direction of the noise. When Papa arrived at the field, he saw that there was indeed more to soccer than he thought. A lot more. There were cubs and coaches all over the field practicing. There were league officials moving among them, writing things down on clipboards. Brother and sister were right at the center of the action, learning different moves along with the other cubs that they were learning. Keep close to your feet, the dribble. Slow it down, easy, the trap. Keep your eye on the ball, the pass, the instep kick. Follow through with your foot. Kick it before it hits the ground, the volley. And of course, the header. And who was teaching the header but soccer Mama herself? And what's more, they had to do all those things without touching the ball with their hands. Baseball-loving Papa couldn't help but being impressed. The cubs and Mama were so busy with their dribbles, kicks, and headers that they didn't see Papa. But Papa saw them, and he was rooting hard for his cubs to make the teams. He also saw the league officials hand their reports in to a bear that was wearing a sweatshirt that said, Commissioner. Papa slided over to the commissioner who was studying the reports. Sir, have sister and brother bear made their teams? I'm their dad, said Papa. As a matter of fact, they have, said the commissioner. Sister made the cupies and brother made the buddies. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll just have to post the results. How about that? Said Papa with a big grin. He felt so good that he forgot all about his sore foot as he hurried home. Say, isn't that Papa? Said brother as they headed over to see the tryout results. Thought brother and sister and Mama as they watched Papa head for home. Brother and sister were very happy to have made their teams, but they had forgotten their promise to play a little football with Papa. They got the ball, bat, and gloves. How about a little baseball, Papa? Said brother. Here, catch, he cried as he tossed the ball to Papa. But Papa didn't catch it. He gave it a header instead. Bop! It was a good thing he was wearing a soft brown hat, or he might have gotten himself a big headache. As it was, it knocked him down. The cubs and Mama ran over to him. Papa, why did you do that? Cried brother. I just wanted to show you that if soccer is good enough for my cubs, it's good enough for me. I'll tell you what, instead of playing a little baseball, why don't you two show me your best soccer moves? He said Papa. And brother and sister did, while soccer Mama, and soccer Dad, Papa, watched proudly. The end.